Good evening. Thank you for attending our spring concert at middle school. I'm Tom Brandell, middle school principal. As you can see, this is not a familiar setup. We are in the midst of a building project, and we are hopeful for completion, all of it, by August of 2022. Things are coming along nicely, but in the meantime, thank you for your patience to have the concert in the gymnasium. First of all, I want to thank Mrs. Menard and Mr. Sarkis for their hard work in setting this up, and I'm sure they'll thank the volunteers involved in helping them. If you have a cell phone tonight, just a few housekeeping items. If you could put it on vibrate or silent, whatever is not going to disrupt the concert. Secondly, if you do need to leave, use the restroom, there are restrooms out through the lobby to the right. If you could wait until or between songs, that would be great. Obviously, emergency exits are anywhere you can see. If you need to use them, primarily here, but in case of an emergency, you can exit. Also, Mrs. Judy Castine is here, and this will be broadcast on Hometown Cable on their internet service. So without any further delay, I want to welcome the 6th grade band, and if you could give them your full attention. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody, and I'm so happy to see a packed gymnasium this year. Interesting space, but what are you going to do? This group knows I love them a lot. These guys started band this year because of the COVID outbreak. They didn't have the 3 lessons last year. So these guys came in, for the most part, cold turkey. They sounded like dying turkeys at the beginning of the year. And I think many of you remember that. So thankfully, they sound very much the opposite of that right now. I have multiple students in this group that participate in not only the middle school band, but also some of the high school groups. This group, I've noticed, and I've had some classes like this, it's like a wave. And sometimes there's a wave of students that's just up here, and that is this group right here. So if you have a child sitting down here, just know they are doing phenomenal. Literally phenomenal. And they know it, because I tell them all the time. And I know usually these guys will play like 2 big pieces and then something little in the book. You know, one of those corny little songs we hear all the time. But these guys are playing 4 big pieces. One is at the end of the book, which is really, really cool. And they're playing one song that the middle school band is playing with the middle school band. So kudos to you guys. And without further ado, we're going to play Riverside March, which, may I just add, they started learning 3 weeks ago. together to see, why not? It was one of those days I was like, well, we're in 6th grade band, you guys are rocking it, let's try it, why not? They kick butt. So I decided to do a giant mega band, because why not? So this is our giant mega band. Welcome back. You're welcome. So, this is the 7th and 8th grade band group. They are awesome. And it's always hard because we have them ninth period. So I get one of two things. I either get them like super hyper and I go, I wish I had their energy. Or I get them like, okay, moving on. So, but we do a lot of great things. We have a lot of fun, laughing moments, and we make great music. Before I forget, I do have 2 high schoolers sitting in with them today, helping them out. Paige Bourgeois on flute and Reese Hunter on saxophone. And hopefully a lot of these guys will be joining them very, very soon. So, without further ado, into the class. Now, there's one special student that I have to make sure I say something about today. And he knows he's one of my favorites. And that would be George Cheney. Because not only is he a great flute player, but it's also his birthday. So, Isaiah, let her rip. Let her rip. Right now. Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear George. Happy birthday to you.
For it. There it is. Welcome back. Hello. So now, after the band, we're going to have the 6th through 8th grade chorus. This year, the chorus was just mixed all into one big choir. So I've got about 30 6th graders here, and then 20 students from 7th and 8th grade combined. Getting some feedback on my speakers. I'm not sure what that is, so I'm going to try to move it around. It's like sound check all over again. That helped. One moment, technical difficulties. You don't want to hear that all night. Thank you. That's better. Okay, we're good. So we're going to start off tonight with a song called How Can I Keep From Singing? This is a really challenging piece of music. Most of the time in middle school choruses, you won't hear music that has 4 distinct vocal parts, but I said, what the heck, these kids can handle it, and they certainly can. You'll hear a little bit of a solo section from this octet in the front, 2 on each part. These guys have done an incredible job with this piece, so without further ado, How Can I Keep From Singing?
Life goes on and in the song.
So in addition to four-part music being a brand new thing for these guys, because if you remember in our fall concert, we rarely had more than 2 parts. Another brand new thing for everyone in this chorus is the idea of NISMA, which is an opportunity provided that New York State School Music Association, where kids can learn to sing solos, and they get to sing those solos all by themselves for a judge. They get a rating, they get feedback on their vocal progress, and so raise your hand up here if you did NISMA on either band or chorus. So give these guys a round of applause because what they did was super awesome. And they represented NCCS really, really well. They went out there, they performed solos that they had to work all kind of on their own or together in groups to learn. But at the end of the day, it's just them, and that can be a really nerve-wracking experience. So if anyone here has a hard time with public speaking, let alone public singing, you gotta know how difficult what they did is. So we're gonna get a chance to highlight a couple of these groups of NISMA soloists. So first up, I have my sopranos, my 6th grade sopranos that are singing My Favorite Things. So come on down, guys. So these guys learned My Favorite Things from our beloved Sound of Music, and they're gonna sing it for you now.
Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles in purple and mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, rockets that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things, and then I don't feel so bad.
And now you're going to hear from our awesome bass section. So bass section that learns Come Sail Away. Come on down. I'll where you stand. Just where they stood. Yeah, go ahead. So these guys learned a song called Come Sail Away with Me. Less familiar to you, a folk song written just for young male voices. So these guys sing super well. No, of course they do. Alrighty.
Come sail away with me. Come sail out on the open sea. Ready to go when the wind blows, set for adventure we'll be. Come sail away with me. Don't know how long the journey will be, or when we will reach the shore, but I know the sound of the wind and the sea, and I have heard them call once more. Come sail away with me. Come sail out on the open sea. Ready to go when the wind blows, set for adventure we'll be. Come sail away with me. Come sail
nice job to both small groups of soloists. So now I'd like to bring up our small yet mighty backing band. So we have Miss Kristen Patnode, who is an NCCS gym teacher, helping us out on the drum set, and Mr. Alex Malsack from Shazy School, coming over to play some piano for us. We are now going to perform for you an old folk song arranged for choir in a slightly jazzy and fun way called All the Pretty Little Horses. Thank you very much. We're going to finish up here with a timeless classic called Tomorrow from Annie the Musical. Just want to give a shout out to Mrs. Yemba, who's going to join us on the horn. Morgan Yemba, she's a senior here at NCCS. And you'll see in your program that Mr. Larry Dolan was supposed to rejoin us on the bass for this concert. He unfortunately was unable to be here tonight, but we wish him well. So without further ado, we're going to finish up here with Tomorrow. We hope you guys have a great night.
Inside we both know what's been going on. We know the game and we're gonna play it. And if you ask me how I feel, don't tell me. Never give you up, never let you down. Never run around and desert you. Never make you cry, never say goodbye, never tell a lie and hurt you. Never give you up, never let you down. Never run around and desert you. Never make you cry, never say goodbye, never tell a lie and hurt you. Give you up. Give you up.
So, to those of you who are unfamiliar, you have just been So, for those who don't know, in pop culture, if you unexpectedly put someone through the wonderful experience of listening to Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up when they don't expect it, that is called a Rickroll. It can be done in many different ways, such as the one time that, actually, Mr. Colton Weeks is kind of the master of it. Raise your hand, Colton Weeks. He's really good. He'll send me emails like, Mr. Sarkis, I really like this song, I think you should listen to it. And I'm like, oh yeah, sure, it's Monday morning, why not? And there it is. Or he's gotten more creative, so lately he'll come into my classroom, Mr. Sarkis, can I draw on the board? And I let him draw on the board. So he'll come in and he'll just write the lyrics to Never Gonna Give You Up on the board. And then like 5 minutes later, he'll be like, listen, Mr. Sarkis, don't you like my drawing? So, it's become a whole joke. So, you just got Rickrolled. I hope you enjoyed it. All right, here's tomorrow, and with that, have a good night.
The sun will come out.